old days when I played Borderlands 2 as Zero. Always handsome Jack every time.
Oh, yeah. Right now we got a
PR matchup coming up.
Yeah, definitely going to be interesting. Ozone versus Nam here. It's all going to come down to can Nam get through that wall. And with Sheik, it's definitely not that difficult or too far out of his reach.
Definitely really interesting because both these characters are categorized by being able to put on a good amount of damage, but their kills kind of not too reliable. But they're just so different in the metagame, and like one of them is obviously super relevant with people like Mr. R and Void, but then Duck Hunt having a few loyal patrons, but nothing as serious and as scary as Sheik.
Yeah, but I mean, Ozone definitely made his way to one of the best duck hunts in the nation, so he's definitely up there as far as the notoriety goes.
I would definitely say that as well.
Oh, no.
That's a tough misinput, but
yeah, now I'm not too happy about that, but he does have a decent amount of percent already stacked up on Ozone here, but the problem is this can.
Yeah, this wall, man.
Yeah, it's like needles, I don't care. I have a can. Why do I need to approach?
Yep, and as we see from a lot of people not wanting to be towards the edge of the stage, it seems like home for Ozone here when he's setting up these traps.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best bet he has to give himself the maximum distance between his opponent.
Yep, and it seems like almost any percent at this point is just extra credit. So Nam's going to take this stock off ASAP.
Yeah, Ozone managing to find his way past there, and those are the kind of moments you want to look for because that can was behind Nam, and if you can separate Duck Hunt Dog from the can, it really limits him as far as his escape options from combos and setups. Because like that right there, it is a frame one escape option.
Yep, and if he would have got that forward air there, I would have said he was dead.
Exactly, and that's really the saving grace for Duck Hunt Dog. So anytime you can keep him away from that can, take advantage of that.
Especially to be able to keep it on the other side of the stage where he can't even utilize it.
Yep.
But again, we just see this wall coming up from Ozone trying to
catching that last bit of the needles here to convert to that bouncing fish.
Yep, definitely a strong conversion that Sheik does have.
But yeah, I do like that one setup that I noticed like 2 exchanges ago. Because what he did was he threw down the gunman, but like that right there, he keeps the can bouncing in the air above the needles so that way it can keep moving towards Sheik. And the gunman keeps Sheik from approaching horizontally.
Yep.
So it really limits what Nam can do there.
I like him combating with the forward air there on the can. Definitely a great option just to get it off of him.
Yeah, I mean, recognizing what you can do to get rid of that can is such a huge thing in this matchup. But yeah, I mean, right now, Ozone definitely taking advantage of the fact that Nam had that unfortunate SD the first stock, and definitely tacking on the percent here. Just like Psycho did against Sensational because he managed to get that upset.
Yep, and that's in loser's bracket too, so Seth is out of the tournament. I don't think he made top 8 this week, so very good stuff to him.
Yeah, and right now, Nam doing everything he can to keep himself alive and keep himself in this game because he is definitely getting into that kill percent. And this is where we're going to start seeing Ozone try and set up for air dodge reads for an up air.
Yep, definitely probably the strongest kill option Duck Hunt has aside from his smash attacks.
Yeah, I mean, Nam's definitely been doing a good job of avoiding a lot of these setups by Ozone here and just slowly tacking on a little bit more percent at a time.
Yeah, most definitely. He's been really resilient with his last stock. He does have up to 155.
Yeah, and with this amount of rage, it should only be about 20% more before he can easily get those kill conversions.
Really fancy footwork off stage there coming from Nam to avoid that that can.
Oh, the platform screwing up Ozone's attempt to edge guard him, but covering all these options so well at the ledge. Because it's like, if you try and fair it, he'll just be holding shield, so odds are that can's going to explode. But if he runs back, that's when you can try and fair it away. But the problem is, if you don't land on stage after that, it's going to be a regrab, and he's going to take advantage of that.
That is true, friend. That is true. And it's really interesting because the books would show, or the records would show that Nam does have a really good record over Ozone. So let's see if he can carry this momentum that he had and kind of keeping Nam on tilt to take the second game and the set.
Yeah, I mean, that suicide really set the tone of the match because it allowed Ozone to play that matchup that he wants because he didn't have to approach at all that game.
Yeah, keeping him on his back foot the entire time. Yeah,
because once Duck Hunt Dog has to approach, it really hinders him because that is definitely where his shine turns into a dull glow at best.
A dark spot in his player, in his character.
Yeah, I mean, gunman just tanking the needles for him. A nice slow walk up there by Nam to just try and get rid of the can. But the problem is right here, he has to approach. He cannot deal with this can like this.
No, I know this is kind of optimal for Ozone there, but if I could see a taunt maybe behind the can or something to just kind of get in the opponent's head, could be a whole lot more damaging.
Taking the Amiibo King route, you say?
You got to. I'm telling you, man, new meta. No option is a bad option in this game.
Yep, but yeah, this is right where Nam needed to have him, but Ozone managing to slip right past him and find his way back into the neutral.
Yep.
As long as Nam can keep him out of neutral like this, it's definitely going to be a struggle for Ozone because he can't set up that wall like he wants. And very nice use of the can to cover his recovery back onto the stage there and constantly apply pressure no matter where he is.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because we usually see Sheik with the really big landing traps, but Duck Hunt's been doing a great job at doing so.
Yeah, and I mean, that just goes to show you what kind of mastery Ozone has over this character, and over that can especially. Because his ability to move that thing around astounds me.
Yeah. Oh, and it really does go to show you that any character in this game is viable. It doesn't matter where they're on the tier list.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, Ozone doing everything he can to try and take off this stock, but Nam making it so difficult for him.
Yep, can flying right over Nam's head there. And almost spelled death for him there.
Yeah, and apparently the needle's not enough to destroy the clay pigeon either, so that's definitely another thing that's going to be frustrating Nam as he just tries to needle his way into this neutral here. But jab into can, sealing off that stock.
So many conversions you have to worry about with this can here.
Yeah, trying to hit him with that raw up B mix-up, but Ozone avoiding it. Getting hit by the up air, but he is too heavy to die to that right now.
Yep, pretty fat dog. Not gonna drop his stock quite yet.
Oh, the Nam special catching him with that bouncing fish, but still living here, and that can saving him yet again.
Yeah, that bouncing fish, that DI was impeccable. He was about a 120 there after the hit, but can't DI that.
Yeah, I mean, once you get into that up B too, you're literally a sitting duck pro. I mean,
I'm sick of you.
I mean, there's no figuratively, it's only literal there. He has a duck, he's sitting there in the air. He can't avoid it. But I mean, all things considered though, Nam's been doing a good job of bringing this back after losing that stock in the first place because the percents aren't that far apart between these two.
Yeah, and we're starting to see this spacing gameplay from Ozone kind of start creeping towards Nam, making sure he doesn't get too like happy in his little zone that he has created for himself here.
Yeah, but Nam punishing him for using that can too much, shielding him right in front of him, expecting that can to come out and forcing him to blow himself up. Yeah,
really interesting trade there. He got the perfect shield on the clay pigeon, so it sent it off in a different direction, so he's able to get the grab.
Yeah. Oh man, that is a lot of pressure there between that can and that up air. Yep, just respecting the can after failing to get that conversion on the platform.
Yeah, definitely have to respect the can here. Double jump. Oh my goodness, the Nam special not working out today.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that he needs if he's going to bring it back. Forward smash, still not strong enough, Sakurai.
Could be a sitting duck. Great tech there.
He definitely needed that, and Nam giving up the stage control to try and finish him off with the gimp there, but Ozone doing everything he can to fight his way back in here.
It definitely seems like Nam is very hungry for the stock coming out here.
I mean, he has to be, because if he doesn't take off this stock soon, a duck hunt with this much rage, all it'll take is one wayward can.
Oh my goodness, a little bit too far for the needles convert right to the bouncing fish.
But catching him with that can there, and a lot of pressure. Oh no.
Oh, great down smash, good kill.
That is not what Ozone wanted to do there.
And Nam had a sigh of relief there, because I don't even think he thought it was going to kill with that down smash across stage. But we'll take the stock there and the game.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely the kind of break Nam needed to trade for his game 1 break that he gave Ozone. But yeah, I mean, Ozone so close to being able to take it there, but Nam clutching it out at the end.
Now let's see if that SD from game 1's kind of in the back of his mind now, where it's starting to leave his memory here, because we're going to see a new man come out in game 3.
Yeah, and this is definitely where it's going to be frustrating, to say the least, for both players, because, I mean, they've both been doing a good job of walling each other out, to be honest. And that's considering that Nam is Ozone, or Nam is Sheik, considering that it's a zone breaker.
Yep.
I mean, with that kind of speed, the problem is the needles haven't really been giving him the openings he needs to break those zones.
It's really tough when the can block a needle. So that's been the main problem in the him getting in the zones there.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing that I've noticed that Nam has been taking advantage of is if he can read when that gun comes out, he's able to get over there and actually just grab him for it. Because it's kind of like a Lloyd Rocket situation where he has some cooldown after he throws it out because he does little point and pose.
Yep, you are definitely right.
Oh, there we go. Separating him from the can here, but can exploding and giving it back to him.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Nam is kind of settled into this game here, not really letting the zones build or kind of the space get too close together. Really playing at his pace here.
Yeah, and jumping over that clay pigeon, forcing him back off stage here. The problem is that can is just so great at that angle for stopping Sheik's attempt to edge guard you.
But also, the duck hunt pivot grab definitely coming out to help him there, but the great reversal of the neutral there from Nam.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what Nam's been doing this game better than the previous ones. He's been finding those openings and figuring out ways to separate Ozone from that can. Because, I mean, once Ozone's been separated from that can, he makes input errors like that and ends up losing a stock.
Yeah, and it did not seem Nam was too happy about that. I mean, it did happen in the first game, so I guess you could say it's karma a little bit, but
yeah,
you want to get the best out of the competitors that you're going against, and that's definitely not the way you want to see the first stock be taken off.
Yeah, because, I mean, that can even be a mental detriment going forward in bracket, because it's like, did I actually earn my way here, or was it given?
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Then you're thinking about it, and then the game's you're not really focused on how you're playing.
Yeah, but right now, Ozone still trying to fight his way back into this game, but having trouble finding that kill right now.
Yep, 109%, but also a rage-free dog.
Yep.
Going to be very difficult to find this kill coming out here, but the ceilings are very small, so I can see those up airs coming out pretty frequently.
Yeah, and that's definitely what he's going to need to find here right now. But the problem is figuring out how to send Sheik up there and keeping Sheik in a spot where you can use it, because he can just bouncing fish out of that setup. Can sending Nam way out there, but almost getting him, but Nam a little too far to be caught by an up air.
Yeah, and I definitely air dodged through it, but at that point, I don't think it would have connected too far away.
Yep. And a little bit more percent here from Nam will definitely put Ozone in that mix-up percent range where he could die.
And definitely seems like after a bracket of as many upsets as we've seen here, you do not want to be sent to loser's bracket at any point, if at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's just going to be a meat grinder down there.
Definitely a tough place to be, but also Nam is in a tough place to be off this stage here against Duck Hunt, looking to get this first stock off.
Wow, between that explosion and the can, that shield was looking bad, and managing to up tilt him for that stock there, but taking 79% before he could do it, so he's definitely got to be careful, but footstooling out of that situation.
I mean, really good to him, though, because Nam killed him. He SD'd against Nam at what? Nam had like 30, 40% too, so only gaining 80% while he took that entire stock was definitely not bad.
Yeah, so he can still fight his way in here, but Nam's doing a good job here, separating him from that can, catching him being too thirsty, and wow, catching him on the way back, but up air, gonna seal it out.
Yeah, definitely a poor dog.
Yeah, one of the saddest kill sound effects.
So sad. Absolutely horrid. Yeah. Have a lot of games going off